In this room is my first scene back, and you pick up we pick up the show exactly where it sort of left off, you know, a little whiles after.
So who is he with?
Who's he with in the room?
Yeah.
He's with Abby, and Bellamy turns up.
He and Abby have had a bit of a power struggle.
Mhm.
You know, since they've arrived, one is chancellor, they don't always agree with each other's methods.
Yes.
How are we going to see that play out this coming season? Are they a little bit more in agreement about how to deal with it?
I think so. I think towards the end of the season 2, they started working together a lot more, and although Abby's still chancellor, I'm very supportive of her, and that's quite a big storyline this season, with the introduction of a new character.
Well, your character's
Yeah. Okay, so the new
Yeah.
character. I'll just say there's a new character, Michael Beach, who's been terrific this season, and yeah, so he's going to play a major role for my character anyway. You know, for my storyline and the people on the arc. Okay, so it's not gonna be pining for Clark. Help me find my daughter. Maybe it'll be a little bit of that to begin with, but there's an immediate danger that presents itself that we have to deal with, and that's more the storyline for us.
What's the general mood in Camp Jaha after what happened in Mount Weather and all the deaths that were there?
So we have a little. When I say we pick it up straight after, that's not entirely true. We have we have 7 months of peace.
Okay.
After that incident, and you'll see that within Camp Jaha. You'll see like we've got some. Camp Jaha has really transformed quite a lot. We've done work on it. We've upgraded it and made it quite beautiful, and planted things, and it's really quite a pretty place. So when you catch up with us, we're all in a very positive, hopeful place.
And then something changes that.
Obviously, yeah. Otherwise it'd just be boring, right?
Well, how much was he actually trusting the piece? Like, is he someone that you think that could ever be kind of satisfied with trusting a piece that is laid out there in front of him?
I think he is the sort of person that sees that as the only way forward. Yeah, that's the way to go. He's changed a lot. He's a man of peace now. Yeah.
A lot of the threats that we've seen to the people of Camp Jaha have been external, like Mount Weather.
Right.
The grounders. Is that really what the biggest threat is now, or is there a possibility that some of it is internal, like within the group that?
That's a great question, and it is both. It becomes internal, and therefore, when it's an internal struggle, we're threatened by the outside. So yeah, that's the right way to go.
I mean, who else does Kane find himself interacting with?
So I mainly work with Abby and Bellamy and Michael Beach, a little bit with Sinclair, and a little bit with Octavia.
Well, what's the relationship between Kane and Bellamy? Like, what's their dynamic?
Well, at the beginning of the episode, you see that I've sort of taken him under my wing, and I'm sort of grooming him to be the next leader. And then something happens, and that kind of skews everything.
There was a lot of a power struggle also last year with the adults arriving and the kids. Would you say that that's a little bit better now? Except for, of course, this problem that arises.
Yeah. So yes, the kid. There is a mention about these kids, but then I think they've proven themselves. So the kids are no longer the kids, and that's not such a big issue anymore. We're all together now. All the arcers are sort of together.
So does all the action for you guys remain in Arcadia, or
No. We travel quite a bit. Yeah, we go out too.
If he was confronted with the alley of it all, what do you think his reaction might be?
Okay, so that side of the story, I don't really have much to do with.
Right.
I'm sort of dealing with the day-to-day dramas that are going on in Arcadia.
But like if in 6 months from now, at the end of the season, he's kind of confronted with that, how do you think he would kind of deal with it? Do you think there's any chance that he could intersect with that storyline, or?
With us? Yes. Oh yes, it's all going to come. I mean, we're on episode 8 at the moment.
Right.
Or 9. And already he's there are crossovers. So yes, it's all going to come to a head, I think, with that part of the story.
How informed are the Arkers group of the different tribes of?
Right.
Like, are they aware of the Ice Nation and that? And
yes, and they're trying to make peace with everyone, and they're sort of you see the map here is of our world, and we're trying to figure out who's where and what's where, and we're doing that. That's actually where the show begins for me.
And given that, you guys like formed a council of people who go out and do reconnaissance to bring back this information? And
exactly.
Negotiators as well, like how?
Well, yes, we are. Yeah, so that's exactly right. Yeah.
with them getting some of the information and materials from Mount Weather, does that put them at an advantage in any kind of conflict that they have? You know, there was the red fog that Mount Weather had and other weapons. Do they take advantage of that?
That's an interesting question, because Mount Weather is such a strategically important place that whoever controls it has the upper hand. You know, and that's certainly a storyline that develops.
So we continue to see Mount Weather?
Yes, Mount Weather is features. Yeah.
Is there ever any talk of them moving into the mountain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting things.
What are the
I'm gonna give you a crumb. We'll take that one. Oh, you dropped that one. But these things I'm giving you, only because I'm saying these things ever so, monosyllabically, because we go and explore these, and there are, major storylines behind all these things. You're asking great questions, and we are going down. All those things will be addressed.
Is Kane in favor of moving to Mount Weather, or more in favor of
Well, if you think about Mount Weather being a potentially, whoever controls it is going to have the upper hand, and Kane's all about peace, and so, no. He's
With all the drama going on, is there any inkling of romance for Kane, or is he just overwhelmed with everything? That looks like a yes.
Someone's got a girlfriend.
Is there romance? It could be, but it's kind of dashed. It's doomed. Well, it is so far. I don't know what's going to happen next.
With someone we know or a new face?
Someone you know.
So what are you liking about playing Kane in season 3?
That's a good question. I really enjoy that Kane is now a man of peace after finding out everything he believed was wrong. I know I keep harping onto this, but I think it's quite an important thing for Kane, his 180-degree turn into now he is a man who is dealing with the present and the reality of this world, and the only way for his people to survive is by brokering peace with the Grounders. And that, I think, is a great storyline and something I believe in. So I'm delighted to play that role.
Amazing.